right, just want to congratulate Ohio State. It was a great game, great environment. This is what it's all about, and it was really good for the Big Ten, and really, proud of our team's efforts out there tonight. Certainly, I thought Molly Davis played really well for us on both ends. They just, shot the three ball really, really well today. Well above their average, about 13% above their average, and then we just did not have an answer for Cody McMahon inside. She draws 10 fouls, goes to the free throw line 14 times, so that was just a tough, she's really, really hard to guard. She's a great basketball player. It's unfortunate the game ended that way, and Caitlin gets taken out on the floor. Get some inappropriate words yelled at her by fans, by students. That just should not happen. It should not happen. Our players should be safe. They should be able to walk off the floor. That's very disappointing. I think Ohio State, great team, great environment, but obviously very disappointed with the post game with our players getting injured trying to walk out of the gym. That's wrong.
I guess for both of you, kind of what was your point of view, what happened on the floor after the game? And then Caitlin, I guess, are you okay? Kind of physically, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay. I think, great environment, obviously. These are the games you love to play in, 18,000 people here. Obviously I can see they're storming the court, which is fine. And, good for their students, great win for them. And I was just trying to exit the court as quickly as possible, so I started running, and I was absolutely just hammered by somebody trying to run onto the court and basically blindsided and, kind of scary. Could have caused a pretty serious injury to me and knocked the wind out of me, but luckily my teammates kind of picked me up and got me off the court. So, and their AD already came and apologized to me, so I really appreciate that. And, this is what comes with the territory. I'm sure they tried their best to do whatever they could. Obviously, it didn't work, and that's disappointing. But, just focus now on the game and, ways we can get better.
Question. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it. You're up 12 points against Ohio State, and then they are able to come back and go on a run. Is there any way, how do you stop a run like that whenever they're really firing on all cylinders?
Yeah, I take the blame for that. I tried to call some timeouts to slow it down, but I probably should have switched up our defenses a little bit more. But basically, they made a great run at it. They got to the free throw line a lot. In that ending, they were making, 3-point plays, and even in overtime to go to the free throw line 7 times in 5 minutes. That's a lot. So it's us staying out of foul trouble, keeping the ball out of Cody's hands.
Caitlin, you guys are veteran enough to know that whatever happened today, there's still a lot of basketball afterwards. But given the way that it went the way that it did, what do you kind of hope is the biggest takeaway moving forward from today?
Yeah, I think, we tried a lot of different defenses, and, they shot the ball well. They shot 50% from three. We had a few people make some threes, especially in the first half, that we were going to live with them making some threes, and sometimes that's what happens when you play teams on their home court. But I think we got to find a way to stay out of foul trouble. Just way too much fouling, way too many and ones. It's hard to beat a team, and the refs called it both ways. It wasn't they're just calling fouls on us. They're calling it both ways. That's how they officiated the game, and I think we didn't respond too great when they went on their run when we were up 12 points in the fourth quarter, but that's what good teams are going to do on their home court, and I think we know, we're a great team too. They're a great team, and I told the girls after the game in the locker room, we're lucky enough we get to play them again. We're going to have an opportunity to match up against them again, so you can't hang your head too much. Just got to respond. Every game in the Big Ten is a battle, and that's what makes it so fun.
Caitlin, I see you're studying that stat sheet. You're really looking over it. So you mentioned the fouls, but what are other areas you feel like the team needs to improve on before your next matchup against Ohio State at home?
I think 11 threes is a lot. I think getting out rebounded, an area we've done pretty good in this year. They had 13 O boards. I think think there was a play at the end of the game where all we had to do was come up with one defensive rebound, and I think we would have had the game won. And we had it, gets tipped around, ends up in Cody's hands, and she gets an and one. So I don't think we were tenacious tonight. I think we were a little lackadaisical in all areas. But, you know, we built a 12-point lead, so there's a lot to be proud of still. But there is a lot of things to learn from.
Coach, this isn't your first time seeing Cody McMahon. You played her twice last year. Is there anything different about her growth that really stands out to you right now about her game?
I thought she was outstanding last year, too. I mean, she's just so physical, quick, strong, just a great player. She's really, really hard to defend. And, you know, I mean, when she gets going like that, you know, the three-point plays are pretty impressive that she can convert and draw the foul.
Coach and Caitlin, you guys both talked about this. Preventing the threes, at least. You said 11 threes in the game, and they went 6 for 7 in the first half just from the left corner. When you guys play a 2-3 or a 1-3-1 zone, that kind of leaves you a little bit vulnerable to the three. Mm-hmm. Did you guys want to crack down on that or shift to a man, or did you think about that at all?
We keep track of our defenses on the bench, and we were better in zone.
Caitlin, I know you faced off against Celeste Taylor already once in your career, but can you just talk about her defense tonight, and even with the foul trouble and just the overall defense that you were seeing from the Buckeyes?
Yeah, I think Celeste is a great defender. She's long, she's athletic, she gets in passing lanes really well. You know, like they had some foul trouble too, so I felt like they had basically about any guard match up with me today. And obviously that's kind of what happens when you press a lot. You kind of have to just run back and scramble. So we kind of knew that was the case coming in here. But yeah, Celeste is a great defender. She was my teammate on USA Basketball back in the day. And she's always had that skill and knack for the ball. So I have a lot of respect for her, yeah.
Kaylin, what did you see, and what was kind of the plan on the last possession of regulation?
Just try to clear everybody to the left side and rip and go to my right, and they helped over pretty good on my layup, and luckily Hannah got the offensive rebound. The reason we went to overtime, but it was a clear out drive to my right side. So I thought they contested it pretty well. I kind of double clutched in the air, but you make some, you miss some.